So I'm a work placement service provider, and we are the people who arrange your work placement. As a student, you know there are two streams when it comes to the hospitality industry. You're either front of house with customer interaction and food and beverage service, or back of house, which is focused on food preparation, kitchen operations and skills. Regardless of which stream you're studying at school, work placement provides an opportunity for you to gather evidence of your skills-based competencies. The important thing to remember is you are responsible for gathering evidence of industry competencies. No evidence portfolio will mean no Cert 2 qualification. No excuses. So make sure to talk to your trainer at school about what relevant evidence is. There are lots of ways you can gather evidence, and not all of them will be in a workplace environment. Some may be at school, at community events, or even your current part-time work. Just remember that you must complete 70 hours of work placement in an industry environment over the duration of the course. So let's talk about how you can collect evidence in an appropriate way. You have one work placement journal for the duration of the course. Photos are one good way to provide evidence. If you choose this method, it's important to provide a sequence of photos that tell the story, which will then need a written explanation of what's happening in the picture. For example, still photos are effective for workflow plans, cleaning schedules, and policies. However, capturing video evidence is an even better way to show you are completing your work placement tasks with competence. Remember, your video doesn't have to have customers in it. You can role-play customer service with a staff member, or simply demonstrate the active skill. For example, good video-worthy activities are cleaning the coffee machine, clearing multiple plates, food preparation, or cleaning your kitchen environment. All evidence must be your work, and you must appear in the photo or video. Evidence Central is the secure Department of Education portal where your work is uploaded and is used for assessing purposes only. It's really important to recognise what evidence is quality evidence. It helps that while you perform these tasks, you are explaining what it is that you are doing. Remember, you can do a voiceover later if needed. Now, before you even start your work placement, you need to make an appointment with your employer. Firstly, to introduce yourself and get to know your employer and the work environment, and then also to form a framework or structure around your evidence gathering. Remember that language and good manners are important, and you will need to communicate effectively with your supervisor at work about the appropriate time to gather evidence of your on-the-job training and competencies. Respectfully ask about when to take photos or vision. You can suggest some options like when your shift starts, at the end of service, or during quiet times. You need to ask your employer who can help you, when you can take the images, and what is allowed to be included in your images and video. Remember that it's good practice to show your employer the images you've taken in their workplace and ask for approval to use them. As a student, you need to remember that permission to use your phone to gather evidence is not permission for you to use your phone for personal reasons in working hours. As students, you are responsible for your work placement journal, and you will need to make sure that you know and understand all sections. You can complete your journal at the end of shift or service period. The best way to do this is to stay at work until you have it done thoughtfully and completely, and don't forget to have your shift supervisor sign your timesheet daily. Fill out all sections of your supplementary evidence report regularly, so you can ask your supervisor to verify the ones that apply. Remember that even though you have spoken to your employer before a commencement, it would be wise to chat with them to remind them of how you will be gathering evidence with your smartphone. It's also really important to respect your employer's confidentiality and privacy. When an employer says no to something, it means no. Please don't take any sneaky shots. You must have permission each time that you take photos or videos. As you will have learned about the Privacy Act legislation, there are consequences if you breach your employer's privacy or confidentiality. Employers love helping you in supporting your training, but it has to be done in the right way. Students, you need to understand that the industry has high expectations as well. And this means, yes, there are regulations, but we also expect students to understand the importance of food hygiene and be aware of the required safe work practices. The main thing that your employer is looking for is a positive attitude to work placement, enthusiasm, energy, and a willingness to listen and learn. At the end of the day, all of this training and development is about skills and learning, but it's also about creating a great customer experience in the hospitality industry. Employers value the opportunity to share their skills, knowledge and passion with you, the future leaders of hospitality. Be positive and be thankful to the employer for supporting your training. And remember, this could be a great opportunity for future employment in the industry that you love. Make your work placement count.